All right, so welcome back to the ancient world. So we were just finishing up with the B district, or should I say the B empire cards. Okay, so this is all we have left, and then we will go over the district cards in this video. And there's not that many district cards, and they're mostly fairly easy to understand anyways. So it shouldn't take nearly as much time as the last videos did. Hopefully not. So let's continue on so we make that time a whole lot less. Okay, so here we have the Hall of War and the Courthouse. The Hall of War is going to cost 5, and it's also going to cost you a knowledge. The Courthouse is going to cost you 4, and it's also going to cost you a knowledge. The Courthouse is very easy. You get a sword and you get an arrow when attacking a Titan. Very simple. The Hall of War is going to give you an additional coin at the beginning of each round, and it's going to give you a sword as well. And then it's also going to give you plus 6 victory points if you have 4 of the yellow snake banner, the 3 wave blue banner, and the 4 green, I guess it's sort of like a leaf banner. If you have each of those exactly, at least 4 and 3 and 4 of those, you'll get plus 6 victory points with the Hall of War. Okay, we still have 4 left. Alright, well the first one is very easy, and the second one is fairly easy too. The gold mine is going to cost 4. It's going to give you 2 additional coins at the beginning of each round, so that's cool and easy to simple and to understand. And Metropolis here is going to cost you 4 and a knowledge. It's going to give you, when you get it, you're going to get another worker. Of course, you can only have a maximum of 5 at this point. So if you already have 5 workers, you're not going to get an additional worker. But if you have only 3 or 4, you're going to get an additional worker. And then you also get 1 food as well. So that's cool. It's covering all bases. You get a worker, and you're going to have for sure extra food for that worker for the next round. So that's really cool. Metropolis and Gold Mine. Okay, 2 left. 2 left. Okay. Okay, so Rhodes here, it's going to cost 4, and Monument here is going to cost 7 and a knowledge. Okay, Rhodes is pretty simple. Whenever you attack a Titan, you get plus 2 coins. So whenever you attack a Titan, you're going to get 2 coins every time. So you get this beginning of the game, you can get some extra coins if your strategy is to fight tons of Titans, especially. The Monument is going to give you an additional coin for each round, and then it's also going to give you plus 2 victory points per 3-banner Titan you defeat. What does that mean? Well, you'll notice this card here has 2 banners on it, right? Well, there are lots of Titans that only have 1 banner or only have 2 banner on them. So this is going to give you plus 2 extra victory points for each Titan that has 3 banners on it, which is the 3-star banner, which is actually the 3-star Titans. So there's 1-star Titans, 2-star Titans, and 3-star Titans. All of the 3-star Titans will have 3 banners on them. And I actually got 4 points for this Monument when I played because I had defeated 2 of the Titans that had the 3 banners on it. So that's what that means. So if you beat tons of those Titans with the 3 banners on it, you're going to get tons of extra victory points. But only if you do that. If you don't, this isn't really going to get you any extra points. And it's probably not even worth the money or the knowledge for just simply an extra coin. But maybe, perhaps, because it has 2 banners of the snake on it, it could be beneficial in that regards as well. For your extra victory points, obviously, at the end of the game. So that's all of the B cards. So we've now gone over all of the A cards and all of the B cards. And obviously, we sort of just kind of casually looked at the C cards. So all that's left are these district cards. And you'll notice they all have the same artwork. Okay, they all have the same artwork. So we're just going to quickly go over these. Okay, these district cards. So whenever you take the expand action, you're going to get a district. You have to pay, obviously, either a knowledge or 3 coins when you do the expand action. But then once you do that, you get a decision to make. You have a decision to make. You have a few options, and that's about it. Okay? Maybe 3 cards, maybe more to look at. So, whenever you use Grow, so whenever you take that action, when you use Grow, you also gain a knowledge and a coin. Okay? So whenever you're only going to take that action 2 times at most. So whenever you do that, you're going to get these 2 little benefits, and you're going to actually increase your the amount of buildings you can have by 3. Okay, so you start with 4. That's how many buildings you can have maximum, and of course you start with the wheat fields and the fishing docks, and that takes 2 slots. So you only have 2 slots left. So this one's going to give you 3 additional slots for your empire, basically. Okay. Gain a coin when the player to your left defeats a Titan. So whenever they defeat a Titan, you're going to get a coin, and it's going to increase your empire by 3. When you take the build action, so whenever you use the build action, you also gain a coin, and it's going to increase your empire by 3. When the player to your right gains knowledge, you get a coin every time they do that, whenever they gain knowledge. Doesn't mean they have to go to the learn to gain knowledge. They can gain knowledge at the beginning of the round, and that will give you a coin, for instance. If they gain 2 knowledge, you're going to get 2 coins. That's what that means. And it's also going to increase your empire by 3. Whenever you use the Explorer action, you'll also gain a coin, and it's going to give you 3 for your empire. Okay. When you explore, you may swap your threatening Titan with another player's. Well, that's kind of interesting. Maybe you're having a hard time defeating your Titan because it requires only swords and all you have is arrows. But your opponent, they have something like they have a Titan that will be easier to defeat than the one you've got. You can swap it out if you have this one whenever you take the Explore action. So that's kind of cool. You also get an additional. You also get to start the round each round off with an ambrosia. So that's cool too. And it increases your empire by 2. Okay. Stored cards cost 1 fewer coin to buy. So that's interesting. So this will help you if you're storing a lot of cards. Instead of just simply building them, they're going to cost 1 coin less. So it's obviously better to take the Explore action if you have this. And then it's going to increase your empire by 3. Okay. This one, you may gain 2 new citizens when you use Grow. You must pay for each one. So when you take the Grow action, instead of spending 2 workers to go there to get the additional workers, with this district, you can gain both of them at the same time, but you still have to pay for each one of them, of course. But then it's also going to increase your empire by 4. So that's a pretty cool one to get. This district card is going to give you an additional coin at the beginning of each round. It's also going to give you an extra card whenever you do the Explore action to look at. And it's also going to increase your empire by 3. Okay. This one is going to let empire cards cost 1 fewer coin. And it's also going to increase your empire by 3. This one's simple enough. You get food, an additional food. And you also get your empire increased by 4. This one's really awesome. This is probably the best one there is. This one is going to give you an additional coin at the beginning of each round. It's going to increase your empire by 2. But this is the coolest thing. You also get to rebuild a ruined card at round end. So after the Titan has destroyed one of your buildings, you get to restore it immediately if you have this district in your civilization. This is the only one of its kind that I can think of, and it's definitely the only district of its kind. So if you are the player that has this, you have an advantage the other players don't have. It's awesome. The best one there is. The best district. This is the number 1 card to get. Okay? Awesome. I watched a couple play on Ant Lab Games, and I remember he got this, and he was like increasing. He was restoring every building every round. It was just wow. Amazing. I was like, man, I want that so bad. Okay, this one is going to increase your empire by 2. You get an ambrosia token at the beginning of each round, and you get to ignore other citizens when you're on the learn action. So that's kind of minuscule additional benefit for sure. When you use the Explore action, you gain an ambrosia with this one, and it also increases your empire by 2. This one's also pretty cool. It's going to, I think that actually we've done this one. So this was actually the very first one we did. So that's all of the cards. We have gone over pretty much everything there is to go over card-wise. I think we've gone over pretty much everything there is to explain about the ancient world. So thank you guys for watching all of these videos on the ancient world. And hopefully now you have a better understanding of how to play this game to the fullest. So thank you guys so much. If you liked any of these videos, don't hesitate to leave a like on any one of these videos. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. See you next time.